What's up, everybody? I don't know why I turned and faced that way when I waved, but let me try that again. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. It is post-Dawn Trail live-action trailer. Not live-action, what the hell? Post-Dawn Trail live letter job action trailer. Damn. There we go. Mouthful of things going on.
Well, and that's like a small portion of the life letter.
Right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what it was. In the grand scheme of things, the whole live letter was about job changes and job things.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer wasn't that big. They talked about most of it.
So yeah, I mean, the trailer, they just kind of showed off. We're like, oh, looky look, and you get to see all the new actions. Then after that was I'm making hand motions, and I forgot my avatar doesn't do hand motions. The word I am looking for. So yeah, they kind of talked about it briefly. Then they went into job adjustments. Most of that is in the Discord under the Final Fantasy XIV tab at the bottom. So if y'all are interested in that, feel free to go over there and check it out. I've kind of condensed things into screenshots for you and separated them into groups and such, so that y'all can kind of see all that and have a general idea of what's going on. Now, granted, the information talked about in the screenshots is like not even everything they talked about for each jobs, especially when it came to Astrologian and Dragoon. A lot of people were anticipating a lot of people were anticipating a full-on like overhaul of the jobs. It's not what happened. The jobs still play relatively the same. They just modified a few things. They took, I don't know if they took them away, like they weren't very clear on it, but it sounds like they took away directionals from Dragoon. Which is what a lot of people speculated was going to happen. It was to help speed up the playthrough of Dragoon. But that's what
I was reading. It was that they took away one directional. There was still a two directional component.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's still there. I know they, and then I know with Monk. So for instance, what I'm playing as, part of my rotation is to hit Demolish and Twin Snakes to keep those going. Demolish is a dot. Twin Snakes is a buff. That's gone. Now it's more about, instead of, oh damn, I gotta keep my uptime on those two ticks. It's not like that anymore. They modified that. Black Mage, ley lines, baby. We can move them bitches. And we did not ask how big the room was. We said cast Fireball. That's all I'm saying. That's basically what it is. Oh, and if y'all couldn't tell, the good sir is here. The good sir is here, everybody. The good sir.
The thing that they said for Monk, why they did that was because if your rotation got interrupted, then it would be easier to get back into it, rather than being like, where do I start? Do I have to start all over from
What do
scratch?
I do?
Like,
exactly.
How do I get this safe?
Right.
Monk has been cursed with not having a way to keep their rotation up. I mean, they do have a skill, but they can't move. They pop that skill and they just have to stand there.
Right.
And basically take whatever attack is coming to them.
Correct.
If the telegraphed attack that's coming from a boss is longer and it forces them away from the boss.
Right.
Pop that and just kind of wait and wait and wait, and then they can get back into it.
Exactly. So they gave Monk more viability if things go wrong. They made it more forgiving. With that being said as well, what was the word I was looking for? There was one big thing Monk was missing compared to every single DPS class. And, not even just DPS classes. Every class. And that was a ranged attack. They gave him not one, but two of them. Granted, they're going to be endgame attacks, so it's going to be probably 95 plus, but...
They might not. They might not be. They might bring him back lower.
Typically, if they keep it in fashion with older job action trailers, towards the end of the footage of that class is going to be your higher leveled skills. So I would not put it past them to have those classes or those skills be your higher end skills. I could be wrong. They may have changed it. Who knows? What else? What else? What else? Astrologian. They took away a whole skill from Astrologian because cards are being changed. Now, when you draw 3 cards at a time. And you get 1 damage card, 1 defense card, 1 heal card to help. What else did they do? Red Mage got some new skills. I mean, pretty much, like, not to, like, put down on it, not to make it sound bad. Only a few classes really kind of were interesting, to me anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody had new stuff, everybody's stuff looked cool. White Mage got a fucking gap closer finally, like, I mean, and Scholar turns into an angel. You literally have wings now. But it literally, like, it was things like we kind of half expected. And other things were like, oh, cool, that looks great. That looks nice. Oh, what's that do? Oh, that looks interesting. But it was nothing really like, ooh, you know? Obviously, Viper looks fucking amazing. Pictomancer, I'm a little bit more sold on now. But at the same time, it reminds me a lot of Ninja. Because it's like, you have mudras. Pictomancer kind of has stuff you gotta do with that. I also posted the job action trailer in, the link to the job action trailer in the Discord as well to make it easy for y'all. Or, I mean, y'all can just go to YouTube. I'll be posting them individually. Well, not individually, that's a lot. In segments. I'm gonna have it broken down. It's gonna take me some time to do because, you know, editing and stuff, but I'm going to have it broken down into segments of the job action trailer being posted to the TikTok that I have as well, so y'all be able to check that out. Right now, the photos and groups and stuff that you see in the Discord for the job action stuff is also in, like, short little snippet videos in TikTok as well. So you are able to go see that over there as well if you want to see it with the Dawn Trail background music. I mean, to each their own. I won't deny the views and the new follows. Because eventually the goal would be to be able to stream on TikTok and Twitch at the same time. It'd be kind of cool to do. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it just kind of is what it is. We're not going to pick and choose what we're doing. We're just going to stick with one thing. If we can do something else at the same time, fantastic. If we can't, oh well. That being said, I've had half an energy drink, and I'm kind of hyped. So let's get it. I literally bought... I forgot I bought this a while ago, and it finally showed up. So, I've had G Fuel before. So for those of you that don't know what G Fuel is, it's basically an energy drink supplement powder that they send you, and then you mix it with water, and then you have an energy drink. They sent me a new flavor. It was literally called... so they changed the G in G Fuel to Goth Fuel, because it's called Your Goth Girlfriend. So it was funny. That's why I pre-ordered it, because I thought it was funny. And it tastes phenomenal. And it tastes phenomenal, to be honest with you. And what's funny, too, and I almost signed up for it, but I was like, well, they'll probably see, like, that I don't have very many followers and stuff, and I'm not, like, a big streamer. It was like, would you like to get paid sponsorships from G Fuel? And I almost hit yes, and I was like, well, they're probably like, oh, you don't meet the criteria, maybe in the future. But anyway, I've had their stuff before, but this one's actually pretty good. Like, I've bought their Resident Evil 4 one. I bought the Diablo one, for Diablo 4, and I bought another one a while back too. I can't remember which one that was, but they have a bunch of, like, game themed ones too. Like, you know, they got Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. I think they had a GTA one at one point. Like, they have a ton of, like, themed ones, or you can just get random flavors too. But anyway. This one, like I said, is really good. Taste a delish. But we're moving on! I can't remember what we were doing. Why, Private Thighs! Welcome, Everett, welcome sight. I'm Private Thighs, guys. Thanks for the emerald, you say. She is presently receiving guests, but for the science, I know she will make an exception. Follow me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What did I just say? I said leave him be. My friends, what brings you here this day? Explains the situation on how we just cured him. Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure from tempering. As often as I've been in awe of you scions, I would not have thought it possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We have done it, here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks, truly. This will do much to advance the cause of peace. Yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beastman. But even to speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples. For though summoning and the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, there are but symptoms of it. They are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. "'Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Laminsons have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the Kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, a struggle with the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake... What? Uh-oh. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak. I proclaimed to all who'd listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time I followed suit, hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Vilbrin than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Aye, acting through a friendly faction among the Kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would founder upon them, without them. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfir, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads, a man named Sicard, but recently risen to prominence among the ranks. Demi, he doesn't want to play. Leave him be. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We have invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned naught of any value. Leave it to us.
I don't want to stand there.
We have a nose for the truth. Whatever this Sicard... Gross. Whatever this Sicard wants, we'll find out. Hey, leave him be. Okay? He still doesn't feel good. You gotta leave him alone. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn. Then. Good luck. By way of the first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know if this Sicard. If you could approach the pirates, we get under the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. Where I gotta go? Over yonder, I say. Limsa is always crowded.
around long enough, you're gonna read some weird chat.
Absolutely.
Some of the strangest people right there. Oh, I don't want to be anywhere near that. Gonna go kaboom.
You also find a shit ton of sprouts because this is where the
ran
sprouts
yourself
spawn.
into a corner, didn't you? Fucking hell, man. Oh, he's dead.
Curious about Sicard, are you? As am I, my friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the Thalaskern permits us to attack only Garlean vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the seas since the Empire turned in upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I cannot imagine they would willingly abandon the old ways. So how then are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals, but mayhap you will have more luck.
Why are you walking through that, you fucking idiot?
Why are you running?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you want to know about Sicard? Ace of Willy Bugger he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Monscat's place at Old Hilford's side. There was a time we raced the executioners for our pick at the Empire's fleet, but the Garleans are gone and Zemdays are with them. Owing to which we've all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet. With that jumped up Bilge Rat Sicard landed, the juiciest whatever it may be. Not that we Sirens are struggling mind. We do well enough guarding fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the fish first pick of produce for our trouble, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters as can't sell on account of getting old and wounded with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong, but when I see the girls with the little ones, I think to myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't all bad. Where is Alphanaut at? Back where he was before. Cool.
Ooh, I survived. I survived tanking. There was a dark night, and I was like, okay, well...
Demi, he moved away from you. Leave him alone. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? What does it say? That says, so, just as their imperial prey began to disappear, Sicard turned the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew have been indulging themselves as never before, but no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they come by their coin. For my part, I spoke with a reporter from the Harbor Herald. The publication has been investigating the secret of the executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries at the Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortune, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Hooray Boulder, who has been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever worsening relations between the beast tribes and the Thalassocracy, neither Titan nor Leviathan have been in appearance as of late, suggesting that the Kobolds and Sahagin lack the means to summon them. Do you mean to say that the executioners are devising them of their crystals? All indications point to the conclusion yes. Though we have no hard evidence as of yet, we must investigate further. Agreed. So how do we proceed? Oh, I have an idea about that, in fact. I have already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Okay, so that was Admiral's resolve. Which puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish quests away. During my inquiries, a disgruntled 9-ish, because I don't count the quest that you actually unlock it, so it's 9-ish. Because the quest to unlock it is the 9th quest, so it's technically 8 quests, but 9. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that a wholesaler of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer, in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be at the Ocean's Embrace in Lower La Nosea shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. Ruru. Did it say? Wait, Lulu said Ruru.
Ruru. Yeah.
Hi. Ruru. Wow, I can't type today. Son of a bitch. Alright. Where's the closest teleportation? Morbay. Where's my mount at? There's my mount. Have to remember my hotbars. So, one thing I want to mention to everybody before Dawn Trail happens. As much as I would love to immediately stream PK on Dawn Trail, no. Due to login restraints, okay? Due to login restrictions, because of everybody like trying to log in at once, plus returning players like, oh my god, new expansion, let me log in again, it's been forever. Due to that type of situation, there is going to be massive login queues. They're hoping that it will be, what's the word I'm looking for? They're hoping it will be lessened because they've added more servers and stuff. But even now, when you log in, there's still a queue to get in. And it's small, you know, less than 100 people at a time, typically. But still.
We're technically on a congested world anyway.
Correct. Coral is unfortunately a congested world.
I think we've been on a congested world for a while now.
Yeah. So keeping that in mind, if I can get logged in with PK and stream with PK, cool. But my main priority is going to be Centauri. Y'all are more than welcome to watch the stream if I decide to stream as Centauri, but it is not going to be like what we're doing with PK, where we slow everything down and go bit by bit by bit by bit to get through everything. It's going to be not necessarily rushed, but I'm going to be skimming through the non-voice acted scenes because I can read faster in my head than I can out loud. So it's going to move by a lot quicker. I'm not going to be reading it out loud. I'm going to just kind of like skim through it, move on, get the gist of everything, and get through with what time I have. However, with PK, if I can get logged in, it'll be slowed down. We'll be doing an actual Let's Play of the Dawn Trail expansion and things like that so we can see what's going on and get through things. We may, because I know the good sir is kind of hyped about Picto. I'm not.
That's super. I'm excited for both of them, to be honest.
For real? Oh.
I generally, yeah, oh yeah, I'm. Are you kidding me? I picked up Ninja again. I love Ninja. I know you don't like Ninja, but
I don't
Ninja is
like
like
Ninja.
my
Just
main.
I don't mind Ninja. It's the mudras. I don't pay enough attention to him to memorize what mudras activate what skills. That's why I use macros, but macros slow you down, and macros can get screwed up. So yeah, that's the only thing. Like if I didn't have to do mudras, if I could just push a button and he would just do the skill, basically a macro, that would be great for me. I wouldn't mind it. But I also understand. If it was designed that way, we would have so much button bloat, it would be ridiculous on a ninja.
I'm just looking for a melee DPS class that I enjoy.
Bruh,
if
you watch Yoshi P's gameplay,
the rest of them.
If you watch Yoshi P's gameplay of Viper from the live letter, my god, that thing moves so fluid. He makes it look so easy. Granted, it's nothing like Ninja. It's meant to be a challenging class, but it's also meant to be a fluid class. Like, you are moving. Like, he was shelling out damage faster than any other class I've seen. I was like, damn, that poor level 90 training dummy.
Just get obliterated.
Oh my god. Reaper does look like it has some new flashy skills. Shadow, and so does Dancer. Dancer, as Mr. Happy said, Dancer got a tactical nuke. All right.
Everybody, Machinist.
Fucking everybody,
Dancer,
pretty much.
Freaking red mages.
The fact that Yoshi P leaned heavy into the meme of, did I ask how big the room was? No, I said cast fireball. He leaned into that, which was great. Yeah, basically most everybody got a tactical nuke. It was great. But yeah, back to point B. When Dawn Trail comes out, and it's up to you how you want to do it, I may pick up one of the classes just to demo.
Oh, hell no.
It's just going to be to demo. On PK, I'm not going to pick them both up. I'm a coin toss it, pretty much. I have my somewhere over here. Yeah, they're right here. I found them yesterday. I found my God of War dice set from when I got the collectors, including the D20 that came with it. So I will roll the D20. If I get an even number, I'll choose one class. If I get an odd number, I'll choose the other class. Like, because I've always been a caster. You can ask everybody. I've always been a caster. I am not excited I'm not as excited for Picto as I was hoping I would be when they told me it was going to be a casting class. I was stoked. I was like, yes, a new caster. Fuck yeah. And then they were like, Picto match. I was like, you son of a bitch. All right. So it's one of those things that I have to play it to see how I like it. That's just what it's going to be. I was stoked about Red Mage when they first announced Red Mage. Like, it looked amazing. I wanted it so bad, and I love it. He's literally my go-to for new content. So, like, when it comes to new, like, raids and stuff, I will Red Mage it before I Black Mage it. Because, yes, Black Mage is my main. Absolutely my main. However, Black Mage also requires me to have a general idea of what I'm doing in the raid before I can use it. Because he doesn't have mobility. I mean, yeah, he has ethereal manipulation, but what I'm getting at is he doesn't have mobility as far as his skills.
Well, and you often forget about ethereal manipulation anyway.
Right. You typically like use ethereal. You're like, use ethereal. I'm like, oh shit. And I don't have Sheercast equipped on my hotbar at all. So, like, I can't Sheercast my way through certain skills. So it's literally like I have to have a general idea of what's coming before I can do anything. That being said, Red Mage is my go-to to start things. So yeah, when the new expansion comes out, it'll be one of those things where it's like we wait and see type thing. So it depends. We'll see how it goes. Depending on how everything fits and how everything flies, that's what we will do. And it also depends on you guys, what you guys want to see, you know? If you guys are like, no, just get us through the story, then cool, that's what I do. If y'all are like, nah, I'm kind of curious about one of the new classes. Let's see it. Okay, cool. I'll do that. But I'll let y'all decide on that.
Well, I'm not gonna pick up a new class.
The good sir's gonna pick up the opposite, don't I? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to have, excuse me, I'm gonna have 4 fucking healers at level 100.
Yeah,
I
on the
will
other
literally
one.
get them. So
I was talking on Saram.
Oh, on Sarom?
Mm-hmm.
No, probably not.
But
No,
we'll see.
I'm good.
Anyway, continuing on. Cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not on Sarom either. I don't want any DPS queues, thank you. No DPS queues here.
We probably wouldn't have very many, to be honest. With new content like that, we typically get into dungeons almost instantaneously. Because I DPS my way through each expansion. So, because remember, I'm a BLM main. So I get in when it's a brand new expansion that just comes out. The queues are fucking quick, regardless of your class, because that's what everybody's doing.
Everybody's doing it.
Even in Stormblood, when they gave us 2 DPS classes, I was still getting in fairly quickly. It's just gonna depend. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. Wait, if he truly is in league with the Bloody Executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral, the Scions not least of all. Compared to yours and PK Thunder's, mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. Graha is right, and even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Genteel? But very well, I leave it to you, Graha.
And pray the movie.
Got business with me, cat boy? Hey, that's some shit. Got business with me, cat boy? You're the crystal wholesaler?
Responds with Khajiit has coin if you have wares.
That I am, but you're no merchant, so what do you want crystals for? Don't look at us, you idiot! You give yourself away! Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need the crystals to make staves, like that fine specimen you got there? That's right. I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. Because that's coin if you have the wares. Well, we don't invite just anybody into our storehouses. Takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large amount of urgent commissions. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright. It's plain that's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. Hee he is no agent of subterfuge. That is for certain. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. Don't be suspicious. Sorry. Gotta respond to the FC sometimes.
Like you said, the thing that he's missing isn't just games.
forward and back, and then forward and back. They went into that tunnel. Quietly now. Heckin' crystals everywhere, man.
Slaps lid off. Crystals inside this bitch.
I pray to Ifrit. Oh shit, no! You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed, I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Ogamoro, if you take my meaning. Stuff's as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So how much did you want? I'll take a crate for now. Ogamoro, taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around slowly. All you got is a gun, huh? I'm Sicard, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are, Scions. And we also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You are bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, so I shall return the favor. We came to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa Lominsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose your source of newfound wealth. That's right. Just to remind you, though, we ain't breaking any rules here. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it don't say nothing about beastmen. Only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours, him especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about dirtying their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Ogamaro and battered Bleeding Titan himself, raised a mug to you when I heard the news. And now we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors, we are. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except the beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. I mean, technically, he's not hurting anybody. I mean, as long as he's not, like, killing people, but, I mean... Contentious though some may find your views, it is true you have broken no laws. That being said, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face, unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue. The Atalasia. I trust she won't turn down the invitation. I mean, if the only thing he's hiding is worried about somebody stealing his business, that makes sense. I can't remember exactly how all this works, how all this pans out, because it's been such a long time since I've done Shadowbringers content. So, quote unquote, if that is the only thing, he should be okay. But the ominous music they had going there, you know. excuse me. Ooh, XG Mobile is 2K. Damn. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate that the pirate powers of Limsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Graha's timely provocation had the desired effect, and Sicard has agreed to a meeting. Let us hurry back to Limsa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. It's a good thing they said the whatchamacallit event, the yokai event is going until Dondro, because I need time. Private Dies, your companions have already reported. Be on your way. Welcome back, my friends. What news? Explain the situation. So they have been stealing crystals from the Cabals. My thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sicard's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guest. The future of Limsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the signs present to bear witness. It's an ambush. Absolutely, watch. He's gonna try to fucking kill her.
Look who's come crawling. Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are. Too bloody right! Pirates till we die!
What we take! Piracy has no place in our future.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place. Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlid and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in it. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all the Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where is it? Long before you became admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true? If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
He's gonna turn early. He's gonna cheat. In the leg. I used to be a pirate, then I took a bullet to the knee.
This ain't over. Not till one of us is dead. Finish the job. Or I will.
Oh. And there's the captain.
It's the captain. Captain Ilfair.
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain.
Seems the whelps have been yapping while the master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Limsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
So we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
You're bloody idiots is what you are.
You're fucking idiots.
With your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want. We're pirates, and we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as you've not save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate! Lad, I made ye me right hand 'cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You have the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. Bear with me, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Sylvan.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend, and it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfred would intervene. But full glad am I that he did. 'Twould have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson, and we have made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. Oh, I gotta pick one. Just give me determination, I guess. Now, I need hardly tell you, but any attempts to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of the gods. And so, if the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us, we will open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years passed when the Sahagins swarmed at our halls in ever greater numbers. Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, considerably lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of La Nocia, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed, the bloodshed to answer, then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on it went, till every elm of Vilbren bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present fresh. It is the present fresh and raw, and with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobold's trust, even should we cure the tempered. Admiral, you speak of obstacles we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I will restore their stolen crystals to them and personally deliver the cargo with my apologies. Bait. They would welcome us into their midst, not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they will attempt to summon Titan then and there. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely, he is the fish I would catch, but we will not be alone. Nay, we will have guards on hand. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace, and there my venture founders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to take goods and not life. Aye, that would serve well. That would serve. Well done, Marshal. So, friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of aether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alize would be defenseless. Even should we all look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep the entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take the risk. It's not as if I have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do, and had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance at bringing peace to Vilbrand. So, I'm going to cure that priest, or die trying. I believe in you, Alize. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. You will keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Teleportation time, come on. Alphinaud wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave it to us and focus on your own task. Indeed, and should you want for Aether, you need only say the word. Gabu, did you follow us here? There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you, please. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, alright? My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in this glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you are ready, let us proceed to Ogamaro Mines at once. I think this is an instance, if I'm not mistaken. Lord have mercy. That's right, we can't go that way. We gotta all the fuck around to get there. I always forget that. You have to go all the way around to get there. To the naval entrance. And then I almost passed the damn thing. This eighth rite will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summon Titan as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain till Alice's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them and let Ainshar do the rest. It is time. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond the squall. You will be synced to level 80. That's fine.
Also, Sage gets miasma, and I'm pissed.
What?
Miasma 2. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They're gonna get a new skill. For their dyscrasia.
Yeah.
Which, when they prop eucrasia, it turns it into a dot.
Right.
AoE.
Oh, so they get 2 dots basically.
Yeah, but it's like miasma 2 used to be.
Yeah, they also get a
I am Merlwyn,
Bluffisfin.
Limsa Laminsa.
They also get a AoE Cardia. I mean, granted it's short term, but it's still an AoE Cardia. So, which is what I was saying would happen at some point. I was like, they're gonna get an AoE Cardia. They have to get an AoE Cardia.
I saw that and I laughed because you mentioned that, and I was like, I was like, I can't believe you were right, because I was like,
it was the only thing that would make sense. It does seem overpowered. I give you that, and I said that before. I was like, it would be way overpowered, but
it's gonna have a cooldown and a half.
Well, it's probably even if it's not a level 100 skill, it's probably still gonna have a high cooldown. It's still gonna have a high cooldown, and it's only gonna be a Cardia heal. So it's basically like an AoE regen, is all it is, because it only gives you heals when you attack. Or it doesn't. Well, not when you attack. It says when you cast spells. It does not say combat spells. They stated when you cast spells. So it could very well be like you casted your Eucrasia on the fucking tank, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're gonna give everybody a heal. So I don't know though.
I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye, just as we thought.
Now, Alize! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Here we go. I'm trying to protect Alize, but I have to wait until I'm allowed to start attacking. Kill her, slaughter, slay, kill. Oh, and they summoned mini titans. No, they're just whatchacolumns, golems. Fuck, well, I'll just let Merriwood fucking handle that.
No, right.
Handle it again, girl. Sheesh. I mean, my set's dead, but, you know. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum.
I knew you were gonna be a dick about it.
Yes, it's ready. Go, Angelo. What is this sorcery? What sorcery is this? His tempering is too severe. I can't finish the job. So
Get
one
good,
person's
Alize.
ether alone is not enough. Oh, get in the middle? Is that what that says? Yeah, get in the middle. That's what everybody else is doing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Galvanize. Shoulda bam bam ta ba ta. Shoulda bam bam ba ta ta. And it's only 2 targets, we might as well just single target AoE. Or single target, not single target AoE, what the fuck am I talking about?
Single target AoE.
Facts.
My sights.
Yeah, perfect. I'll just let Alize say, Isa.
Here you are, Alize.
I'll give it another try, she says. Oh, bombs. Bombs? We can't let them near Alize. No shit.
This hole. Ooh.
I'm nearing my limit. Kill the big bomb first. Oh, nope, I can't move. Curses, more of them. Spread out and hold them off. Fucking bombs, bro! Oh, these things take like no fucking damage. 7 arrows, there's too many. Leave this to me. Stand clear, all of you. Oh shit. He's just gonna off himself? Yep. That's exactly what he did. He offed himself.
Not yet.
Alize, now's your chance.
Just down.
Please let this work. Just plus 10 ethereal dissipation. Dropped him down to 25. Still not. Big Thunder, please let me Aether too. You want me to fucking... I'm the only one protecting you now, bish. Alright, whatever. Have it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Listen here, you whore. You're dead now, girl. Finished. Done for. Dead. The Admiral will take this hit. It's too dangerous, Admiral. I made my decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limsa will have peace. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up now, boy.
Because when I was doing that, I was a paladin, and I was like, I should just cover the... I should just stand there and either cover the Admiral, or stand there and hallow ground it, and let that sucker think he can touch me.
Right.
Hey. My group got hit. Okay. Thunder Slash. Thunder Slash.
I dove in. I shouldn't have done
Right.
that.
Get a ranged attack, okay?
Yeah, not yet. Not quite.
I want a sword.
Wrong button.
I didn't get yeeted. That was Halar?
Got him. PA Thunder, a little more Aether, just a little bit more, and I can finish this job.
Mark.
Thank you. This will work. It'll work this time, I promise. Cool, because I'm tapped. Hi, Eunice. Oh, you little dinosaur.
Dancing dinos.
Dancing dinos. Facts.
Go, Angela.
I was like, we should stack these, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I didn't. Please stop following me. I swear it. Sorry. But you shouldn't run. I know you're trying your damnedest.
Did it work?
Ew. Oh, somebody actually did die.
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed
Oh,
them
I
to
grabbed the wrong
summon
thing.
Titan.
Dude, where did that guy go?
No, 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 no! Why? Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victim.
Don't stand there, you fucking idiot. This guy, the freaking Reaper's like, there's a gap here. Yeah, that's the gap where you die, you dummy.
Gabu, what are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The great father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. Told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and Copal lorded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. They cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt, and any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting, knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much,
My
single
dog is
most
dreaming.
valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gaboo does. And I will trust him.
Everybody's like, son of a bitch! We thought she got shot!
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
So it seems we have found a way forward with the Cabals. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, and it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was with you and I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead, I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa Lominsa, but all of Eorzea. Oh, excuse me. Features rewritten. We're about to be done with 5 point. Was that 5.4? Yeah, 5.4.
Rising Stones. Admiral, something strange has
How many more
affected the
quests?
city.
Once I, including this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Breathe, man. What is it?
See for yourself. Please, come with me.
That poor dancer.
What in the world is that?
Oh, the tower. Yep. I forgot they showed up towards the end of this expansion. I thought they showed up at like the very beginning of
I can
Endwalker.
see it too, then. Feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
There is a lot of us out here. Somebody's dying.
Yes? This
Yep.
is she.
Yep.
I am.
Oh, oh.
Aye. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea. Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them?
Ooh,
They may well
somebody's
need the help.
dying.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all
Oh,
haste.
2 people are dying.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Alamegan Quarter. Alright, as long as it's not throwing us in a cutscene, which it's not, we're going to take a quick bio, guys. Get the dogs out, get me to go potty and get some water and stuff, and then we will be R to the bees. And we're back! Moving on. Who am I talking to? Ah, Lise! I guess we're talking to Lise. They told me to talk to Commander Hext. Instead, we're talking to Lise. Fuck it!
Talking to Brittany, bitch.
It's
Yeah,
Brittany, bitch.
I hate it.
Thank you
I'm
for
in the
coming
Royal
so
City
soon.
rubbing Austria.
I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
You're the one that got all caught.
An Ascian flying with Behemoth.
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
Surprise, Jeepus.
You're here. Good.
You are shedding this test. Oh, sages for days now.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why? Even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck. Is that a sign?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Ascians. introduce myself. I am Fandango, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
The towers, what are they for?
My, straight to business, is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering! I'm different, you see, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such trifle. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacle. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage. But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos. While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Luna Bahad, will burn your cities and everyone.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Shiro logged out. Oh, no. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Robon, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Mirwood tells me, you're due for some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well, but if you need our help, don't hesitate, and take care, both of you. Let me guess. Back to the Rising Stones? Yep. Speak with Cryle. Oops, too far. Teleport. Mordona. Mordona. You're back too. Good. We received the reports from the Alliance. Since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat us with a first-hand account. Explain situation. In cutscene format. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable, but for the endless variety of our foes, this Van Daniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature did resemble the descriptions I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandaniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Asian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work solely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Ursula? I've been to see the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the Porxies to Her Grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claimed that a number of their kind had been abducted and that men are responsible. Not as known of the perpetrators of yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandaniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yangsha. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now to save. Remain vigilant. And since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly, at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian. Now, just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, it would be the first to welcome it. But the truth is, we still struggle even to find him. Hehe. You let me and Crow worry about that. We'll sniff him out, no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him. Regardless, so if there are no objections, We shall depart at once.
Well, I'm so glad we're just fucking great parsing the shit out of this today. I swear I'm really close to just wanting the bard to be kicked.
Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of the porksies. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. 'Twas ever the way, the world often needs saving. Oh dear, are you not enjoying your adventure? Come now, I didn't say that. While it may not be the most carefree experience, there is nothing in this world I would rather do than write a new future with you. A long future, mind. Whatever the Telophoroi might hope, we'll stop them, won't we? Together.
Fucking hit with a stack marker.
Yo.
I mean, yes, meanwhile, somewhere in the locks.
Scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Well, that wasn't ominous. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess I may have singed him a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
as I start this shit.
Just steps
Since
on it
waiting
and it
on the fucking
snaps.
guard. He's not fucking doing anything anyway.
Pen and sword. Alright, so that ended 5.4. We are now starting 5.5, which puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quests if you include the quest that unlocks it. Unto the breach. Good news, PK Thunder. Tancred and Urianger had finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back even here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Begin cutscene immediately. Welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit goes to Alize, Graha, and PK Thunder. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking steps towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back. Though I can't help but noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried. And I did try, repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Raubon and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. And mayhap you would do the same for us. Indeed. It was just as Lee said, worse in fact, devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and Illard, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandaniel? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost their will to fight. You see, the capital has plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of aether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet, as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed, or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk.
Stay there.
If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, he might have done the same to the people of Garlemald. Well, be sure to save some for Urianger, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Rowan is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the tower, and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on my way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter. As I promised Kryle, we need not all attend. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Urianger before the meeting.
Oh yeah, he ain't getting fucking touched with that.
Shit, where was I going with this? There we go. couldn't remember where the Alamegan Gorder was. I forgot something like the Alamego flag thing. My friends, much and more have I heard of your travels in our absence. Heartened I am to see you all hale and whole. As are we to see you safely return from your mission. Orianze, I trust Thancred made you feel welcome. Well, well, if it isn't Alphenau and his merry band. Ernvald, whatever are you doing here? When we spoke via Link Pro, you told me you'd be away on a mission. Damn it. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great Auroch such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. It was not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Mon Brita Tower overed me nonetheless. Ehrenwald brings out the best in Alphenau, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company, it's almost endearing. So what exactly brings you here?
Oh, a good cattle eyes, fuck it.
Oh, for Dolo mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? Eh, what gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? If Fordola's going with him, that must mean... My apologies. As Ehrenwald rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days. Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power of the Telophoroid's disposal. Since then, we have seen no sign of this fat Daniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar, and that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garland.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been fools to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learned that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixo in the direction of the tower in Travania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixo and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandania has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. The situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
I like snagged her
We're
ass.
glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. Counting.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Oh well.
Are you certain about this, Arenfold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Now that we are out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial head anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldvar and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I
also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. You didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
If you finish with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly? Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Paglthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there. Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory. Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care of it. It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light or Alfino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime.
Might look like he's 12.
No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Can you hear me? It's Tataru. I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others. I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
The next quest is literally called Here Be Dragons. Hey, it's giving me pizza.
Here be dragons, there be dragons, everywhere be dragon
Pretty
dragons.
much. So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there's no time to lose. To Ishgard we go, Foundation. All present? Good, let's split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and PK Thunder can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well, let's reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I think I should begin at the Sky Steel Manufactory, so perhaps you should try the congregation. The CM might have heard news of our friend's return. Good morrow to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Amric sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigos, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I see. No, we were not aware Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Amric only to find him absent. In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. To the airship landing. That's by the astrologian thing, right?
Yes. Yeah, astrologicum or whatever.
Yeah. Nice little outfit. There we go. Where the fuck? Oh, they're all like all the way over here.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
Scion's coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence. Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
He doesn't know that she's a twin, or that he's a twin. Oh no.
I'm looking ill taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino. Quieter though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Oh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the warrior of light side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long. No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Or perhaps he sees them as brothers he never had. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them. Well, you can't keep them all to yourself forever.
Keep him to my... You're joking, aren't you? I'd be glad if someone would take him off my hands.
She's like, somebody fucking take him, Jesus. I don't want him.
Rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation. Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Assuming your sister can bear the thought of being near me.
My guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard. Ugh. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt.
It's been quite some time since last I set foot in Azaslav, but I understand the three of you were here more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet with Tiamat during your visit. Last night we had no cause to set foot here in the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. Well then, Peaky Thunder is the person to ask. As far as I know, he's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. Even now, she remains prisoner of the Allegan Empire. Let's just say it helped that Midgard Summer was there to introduce me. Yes. You were a friend of her father. I too have met with Tiamat. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came here to speak with her, a worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she yet harbored thoughts of vengeance, and I asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. Tiamat awaits. This way. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
That my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called him forth, I know of none save the dragons of Mericidia, our children. The Icon claimed their souls when first he manifested and robbed their will. They became tools of the Allagan's dark designs.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Yes, that dragons of Mercidia are at the mercy of this Asian. There can be no other explanation. Accursed Asians, vile minions of darkness. Again, you would profane the memory of my beloved and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity, and are there no depths to which you will not stoop?
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentations see the perpetrators punished.
What wouldst thou have from me, Slayer of Dragons?
Behavior befitting the great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed. Ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power of we of the First Brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price. But it is of little matter, for even if I had the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speaketh thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends, to lay Bahamut's memory to rest. When our own star faced annihilation, Hydaelyn granted us a sanctuary, and now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow, for the debt I owe to Hydaelyn and to all who have suffered for my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man. While Porxies have been shown to be effective in curing the temper, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Well, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. I know Alphanot and PK Thunder here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Estinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you are not as young as you look. Mayhap when our work here is done, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea. And be indebted to her for the leaves and the hot water? I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand, then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as Flagship. Ah, yes. We are familiar with it, the Chemical Research Facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this. A spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you? I suppose that could seem rather odd to explain. Rambros, Orange, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels and the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines. And so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test their theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions by having identified me as a being of royal blood, and armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will don the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try at least. Agreed. We will take good care of it. To the flagship then. Unfortunately, with this being as big of a place as it is, it takes forever and a day to get around. If you are playing through Heavensward and you do not unlock flight out here, which is very easy to do, the MSQ literally takes you to each one. Somebody's like RIP to Summoner after the job actions trailer. I don't know why. They got a whole new summon. They got some new skills.
Solar Bahamut. And? What's wrong with Solar Bahamut? And almost nothing else.
Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare nodes prior to processing. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing at critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. That's not the right one. Delta link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause intruder interference. Advised deployment of automated combat units proceed. That was a lot of thunder that just happened. Warning, scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in... Warning, scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Afraid Estinian and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Spontaneously, you say, well, that does sound promising, almost suspiciously so, in fact.
You do realize Nate hasn't watched the video yet.
Oh, well. But then you're in possession of a spirit vessel. I dare say it's indeed the node of which Graha spoke. And it was chirping, you say? Very well, let's take a closer look. I mean, I don't know. I've liked Summoner the way he is every time. I liked OG Summoner having Titan be like for solo purposes or whatever. But I mean, to each their own at the same time. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologists and members of the royal family. Or otherwise the vessel full of the royal blood, perhaps. New user detected. Commencing biomechanic authorization. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. PK Thunder Thighs. Alpha now Levayor. Estinian Wormblood. Nah, PK Thunder Thighs, bitch. Fuck everybody else. I'm royalty. Welcome, PK Thunder Thighs. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Error. Unable to disengage restraints of the specimen Tiamat. A system update is required. A system update? What do you suppose it is asking of us? I could hazard a guess. Well, that's more than I can say, confounded bloody thing. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said central system due to obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So, can this thing release the restraints or not? It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating application protocols. I'm here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. Two missions out. Downside is, I do not have time for Paglethan. I'll be able to unlock it, but I won't be able to do it. Guiding user to terminal, please, this way. Let's see, according to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you're employing? My software is version 42.002, of course. Errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update, 5 years, 1 day. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options, for instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link once I'm ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use of it. Rest assured, I will be certain to return to Gratia once it is over. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be free. Before we go any further, there is something I would know. When Tiamat and her kid fought against the Allegan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked by the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascian touches turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you try to reach out to them instead to find a common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face. I'd rather put my lance through his heart and be done with it. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as weakness, to be exploited, and there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphinaud has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Is it going to make me fly all the way down there? It sure is. Minusmill top hat? Bro, the fact that I can wear it is funny. But it's really, really tiny. It's cute though. Justinian told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it Alphinaud's absence that he's needed elsewhere. Yes, he must undo the restraints once ready. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirmed that her ethereal bounds leaned strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic, namely that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to proof. Tell Alphinaud to disengage the restraint's ethereal dampeners. I'm counting on you, Angelo. For those curious, you can get a Porksy as a mount. You just have to do the pixie quests. Such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten, a war with man of Alag. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her recall the past, we might be able to speed her recovery. Piggy Thunder, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you about times past. Tell me about Bahamut and the Ascians. Bahamut, my beloved, would that the peace we found in Mericidia could have lasted for eternity, but alas, it was not to be. The Ascians saw to that. In all creations I know of none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Alag first came to Mericidia, unto our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make an eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mericidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest, kin to the trees, surrounded by nature's bounty. Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlian scholar Rurusha. She posits that man first settled on this southern continent towards the end of the second astral era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo. So bright. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. As the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing ever more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem. And soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man. Blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to their strife until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Alag slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed words of the Ascian. The rest thou knowest only too well. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you are free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together. You and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you are almost spent. I will keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Thanks for the vote of confidence, I swear, when this is over. Keep going, Alizé. The magic is working. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close, I can feel it, and while I've only got a few more drops of Aether left to give, with yours and Graha's, this will work. And I believe I speak for both of us when I say you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go.
No. I'm almost there. This is it, Angelo.
So Angela just explodes? Alright. Yes, I feel it. The Ichron's grip grows weak.
Did it work? We won't know for certain until
the shackles are removed. I have now released the restraints. Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allegan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more, but should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool for evil. You too would wish this, I know, and I shall do as my must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Release the restraints.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
And there she is, free. Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement I rise.
By the gods!
Orionje, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest amount of settlement in the region, head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alpha? No. You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle. It would be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first, for the foe we face demands no less. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphanad and be on our way. She is free. Quest accepted. Oh, it just takes us here automatically. Cool. Speak to Thancred. I figured it was going to have us just teleport, but... Now, I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say that Telophoroi have other plans. Pagothan is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort with Marshal Tarupin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. 'Tis good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Amalja. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Papa Shan! What's up, buddy? Your Grace. Marshal Tarupin had made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ul'dah alone in this resolve. The other alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagothan. You know, fuck it, I'm doing Pagothan. Yeah, with the combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of the Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Are you in a dungeon already, or did you just start one? Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite the proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amaljas show signs of tempering. Strange, what primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls?
I'm about to get into an alliance raid.
Into an alliance raid? Ah, shit. Alright.
Yeah. I thought you weren't gonna do it.
So no, I know, you're good. I'm gonna take a bio right when I unlock it anyway, so you still have time. I still gotta do all the cutscenes and stuff beforehand.
It's Aglia. Shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. Unless it is incapable of doing so. Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and PK Thunder and others like him wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe, whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming that is you are ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray step forth as soon as you are able. Ah, shit, is this where it says, hey, Pagothan available? I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as her grace requests. Lest we forget, Ironvald and Fordola are in Paglathon on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed. To the airship, then. Now, let's be more lanes at the airship landing. Greetings, we've been expecting you, but say the word and we shall depart for Pagothan at once. Pagothan now accessible. Son of a bitch. Alright. The good sir is mid-dungeon, or raid I should say. We are going to take a bio. It's going to take him a little bit to get out of that. And we will return shortly. BR to the bees. But we are going to do Pagothan tonight. That leaves 4 quests after Pagothan to finish Shadowbringers, guys. Like, damn. We are here. Yeah. If you include the quests that we're on, it's 5 to finish it. But, I mean, we'll be alright. In the meantime, like I said, we will BR to the bees. And once we come back, we will be doing Pagothan. Son of a bitch. It waited.
How did you get past my defenses? My security is impenetrable. My fortress is impenetrable.
The door is unlocked.
Door was
Son
unlocked.
of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Our sage.
Yep.
Asian vermin, you shall torment my children no longer. That weapon looks kind of cool too for the sage.
What are those even?
Voidcast wings. I don't know how you get them, but Voidcast wings. 645 weapon. If they're blue, they gotta be from one of the raid things. Oh, he's got them dyed. Hold on. Wings of Divine Light is what he's got them glammed as. I do like his top too. Of the chest piece of healing from fucking Zot. I guess we broke the wall. But I wasn't ready. Not gonna lie to you, I am kind of trying to remember Pagel.
Dude, let's not say we did.
Fuck. At least he's an 80 sage, so he has a good chunk of his stuff.
Yeah.
A sprinting tank in my dungeon. Oh, excuse me. he really is. He's fucking moving.
He's doing stuff and things. Dude, that fucking tempered Imperial, I swear it.
Oh, the one all the way back here?
Okay, Caleb. Fucking ass clown. I'm gonna shoot you from fucking 20 feet away.
Right.
Come here, you little shit.
He's dead almost. Scratch that, he's dead.
God.
Raining, huh?
Okay. When you get the lightning bolt above you, put it to one of the lamps.
Yeah, like one of the old Heavensward dungeon. I remember that part. But working on damage buff right now. Damage buff is open.
Open.
Fag him up.
Terrible.
Fag him up.
I have been. What do you think I've been doing?
Fuck him up more. I put it on a tower thingy. Son of a
I know,
bitch.
you took my tower.
But that would not. Oh god, he's bringing it to me. Why?
He didn't realize. Oh, he's gonna have a bad day.
Was that room wide that just hit us? Or was I still not supposed to stand by the tower? Orb things? Get away from orb things. Fucking get away from that.
Now he's gonna do a tail attack too. Just glad we do that.
Son of a bitch. I got a stack of bone, but it was worth it. Not really.
Got two.
Oh shit, it's raining. Like, I can hear it over my headset. My headset's turned up pretty good. I almost went and stacked on you. Oh my god.
That would have felt great.
That would have felt so good.
You really should have gone to bed. You're fucking tired.
Have that run. I didn't get a stack, but it's okay. I didn't get a stack. Fantastic. Working on damage boost. Damage boost is up.
Drop that ass, man. Dangerous. This thing's taking forever to die, though.
It kind of is. If he's taking this long, fuck, dude.
The other monk isn't level cap.
The other monk isn't?
You have better gear than you.
Yeah, I just have maxed home gear except for my jewelry. I got stacked, that's right.
I'll die here soon. Hopefully.
Fucking hell, dude. Feet of healing. Bracelets of fending, but you've got shit that's way better already, so. Very well, I shall fly to their aid. Don't worry, I'll bring them to you.
Yeah, just.
I gotta dodge that though, so it might not be like to you, but it's a Telotech Reaper that's on me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. keep them here. Bang. I remember I used to be terrified of that attack because I used to always think it was going to hurt me. Fucking hell, the rain. It's like getting worse. It's like that. It's that rainstorm that, like, you walk outside, you will be soaked the second you step foot outside. Oh, there's 2 people left? I thought we had more.
FX, yeah.
I thought we had 3. That's my bad.
No, we just got down to 2, like 2 seconds ago. We haven't been multi-targeting for a bit.
Demi, I know you hear the rain and you're curious, but I'm not putting you out there. I'm not sleeping with a wet dog. Not gonna happen. Oh, I hate this one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Kind of not.
Rocking my damage buff. Probably should have waited, but it's okay.
Stand in the middle, stand in the middle, stand in the middle.
Damage buff is
Fire
up.
on the right and left. Go to the right, or to the left, to the left, to the left. Okay, stand here.
It's a shame. It's like impossible to beat that thing first try.
It won't let you. It really won't.
Wait till we get to level like 150 and then we get kicked in here. Fucking unsync that bitch.
I think it's easy for it. Other side.
Shit.
Watch out for the
Missiles, I see him.
watch out for the
Somebody else didn't, but I did. Middle. Middle.
Sorry.
Shit.
The other guy's dead.
We're getting pushed.
Yeah. He was getting pushed into it.
Something tells me he's dead. He's new.
Go to the right.
Not that far to the right.
Whoa. Jesus. Get to mid, get to mid. Jump us.
Damage buff is up.
Bloody hell.
Did we get it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. I was sure if we got kicked off like right at the last second type thing, you know?
Yeah. Such 3 times. I'm gonna pull them out of here because they're just
Yeah, that's fine.
fucking assholes.
You do you, sugar tips. sorry. Fuck. I heard you say single target, and it just like my mind just didn't register it.
That's why I said it.
You know, like I heard you say it, and I just didn't register what you were saying.
I know. That's why I was like, I should say something, and then I was like, you probably didn't know, because I don't think about it that often.
Grab a dragon.
Get that dragon. How to train your dragon.
You can actually get this as a mount too. I can't remember actually exactly how you have to do it, but I know you can.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with hunts. If I am not mistaken. Tiamat? You helping us out, Tiamat? Huh? I'm gonna try to anyway. That's not helping us. That's a Bahamut doing that. Oh, there's so many AoEs I can't even get inside. There we go.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Bing, boom. I was like, is this the only pull before the fight? And it is.
It literally is. It's the biggest hole in the dungeon, too.
It is, though.
It is huge.
It is rather beefy.
Got one enemy. Get him!
Earrings of Slaying finally dropped. Finally something of Slaying drops for me.
And it's the earrings, which you can't use anyway.
Fucking right. I mean, I can't use anything out of here except jewelry, maybe. And that's a maybe. Luna Bahamut. Estinian was like, smash!
Bloody hell.
Tiamat got smashed, and Estinian got smashed, but so did Bahamut. But he landed on his feet. He's ready to fucking go. I'm coming, hold on, I'm coming. I'm sorry, I'm a filthy cutscene person. I know, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Alright, prepping. And damage buff.
They're gonna drop those, and then they're gonna explode in that order.
I missed the order they dropped in, so I'm just gonna stand way the fuck over here. Oh, fuck! Didn't know about that part.
Enemies, bears.
Yeah, I hear it too, Demi. Put that on, and then I'm gonna hit him with Faint because, you know.
Eat my ass, you giant lizard. Did you just call Bahamut a lizard?
He doesn't do that tongue thing.
He doesn't. He's a dragon.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm standing far enough away from. Oh, fuck!
That's just the mega player. That's the buggers.
Gonna go over here now. Oh, shit. That's where he does, like, the run forward thing? Yep.
Yeah.
I was on the wrong side. Don't bring that to me, you son of a bitch.
I don't
I mean, it's out of the way, technically. He's new, he doesn't know.
Is he though?
I mean, you never know these days. Vic! Center?
No, actually, not center.
Shit, well, I'm gonna get hit. I was afraid to move. I was like, if I move now, I'm just gonna get fucking hit by more of them.
Get a double. Thought it was. I didn't see it. It looked like dirt to me.
It did. I thought it was center
did
too.
look
Like, I
like dirt,
understood.
too.
I
thought it was
understood the
center.
mechanic. Like, I got it.
Yeah.
I just didn't. It looked like that's where I was supposed to be. Ah, shit. I don't have. I can feint him again, I guess. Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot. It's a multi-hit.
Let's cover the healer. That's all that did. I slapped the healer. Ow.
I'm just LBing him. Stand right the fuck here. So that one goes. And then the fucking right over here. Ooh. The other monk. He is not understanding the assignment very well.
This is that thing again. Should be center now.
One can only
I'd bet money on it.
No, it is.
Hey!
Look
Dirt.
at that. Show me the dirt. Show me the dirt.
Okay. Almost out of here.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Ooh shit. Ooh shit. Ooh shit. Don't put that on top. Oh, you boxed me in, you son of a bitch. Me and the healer. Fucking the entire DPS stopped for a second. Because me, the other DPS, and the tank. I mean, me, the other DPS, and the healer got fucking boxed in.
Box yourself in.
Ladies and gents, that is Paglethan, the final dungeon of Shadowbringers. Lunar Bahamut, K-I-A.
Got him. There we go.
I got the fucking item out of it because everybody left.
Sounds like a you problem.
Tis.
Well, counter Paglethan with the trust.
I got, well, let's see what all did I get. I got, what did it force upon me?
Maiming.
Just a pants and maiming. That's all it dropped? Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it dropped more than one thing out of the final chest. Oh well.
That's it. And some maiming. And actually, they don't look half bad.
I bet they
Their
don't.
shorts, tattoos, they look pretty neat. Paglethan's got really good gear.
Shonen of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. By your deeds we are set free, and free we shall remain. As long as I draw breath, never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Ascian. This I vow.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
You would make peace with Ul'dah then. We would be proud to call you our allies. Let us put the past behind us. Because, I mean, I didn't murk half your species either. I mean, but that's fine.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend.
certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Sometime earlier, inside the Pagelson Tower. Amalja as wall ornaments.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. You can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now!
Ifrit.
No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
While it would be too much to hope that we had seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word of Arnvald's safe return. Oh, don't cut to a cutscene. Oh no, you may now enter with the trust. Okay, I was like, son of a bitch. Anyway, all right, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4 quests left in Shadowbringers. We are almost done. We are like right there on the precipice of being done with Shadowbringers, which is 5.0, and we will be in 6.0 really soon, which is Endwalker. Endwalker, for those who don't know, is the culmination of a 10-year storyline that you have seen so far. And obviously it leads up into Dawn Trail, which is what comes out at the end of June. We are halfway through May. So, I mean, it doesn't technically come out at the end of June. It comes out July 7th. But if you pre-order, you get a few days early access starting June 28th. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you are still on the fence, you do get a few days early. Just start playing a little bit early, just for kicks. Aside from that, guys, we will see y'all in the next stream. Y'all behave, and feel free to join AORZ and join the streams. We would be more than happy to have more people to fill out our light party that we got. If y'all are joining in and you are a healer or DPS, feel free to join the fun. We always need a healer and DPS for our dungeons, and we can always have it going from there. Good sir, as always. Appreciate the fun. See y'all in the next
Loads of fun.
stream. Oh, bye-bye.
But did you die? A lot. No.